What's up, brother? What's up, sister? My name Bill. I went to prison when I was 19 for making poor decisions. Spent 9 years, got out at the age of 28. During my time in prison, I've seen and been around people that were sexually assaulted. I've seen more murders with my own two eyes, brutal murders, people getting stabbed up, more than I can count on both hands and both toes. I've seen so much corruption. I've seen people get so depressed and commit suicide. My brothers and sisters, I'm just encouraging y'all to the best of your ability, try to do the right thing, man. Stay out them jails, stay out them prisons. It's not worth it because you could go in and never make it out. What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? It's your boy, Billiam. So I'm in there chilling. This is when I was next door neighbors with Deputy Warden Galont. So when you come in the dorm and you go down the steps, the flight of steps to your immediate right, that very first room was my room. And then the one directly next to it was Deputy Warden Galont room. One day, they come knock at my door. I open the door. I think it was Joe Dirt or one of the guys or something, was bringing another inmate in there. They're bringing him in there to introduce him to me because at this particular time, my word meant a lot. And he was a part of where we were. And they introduced me to him, you know what I'm saying? And, he did it right, whatever, and he talking and G this and essay that and essay that and G that. So I say, listen, bro, you feel me? I got to verify some things first, you know what I'm saying? So I do what I'm supposed to do, my appropriate steps to verify, him saying that he is a part of this group. And, them folks came back and said he's official, you know what I'm saying? And, when you talking to him, he essay this, essay that. So I called him down there to the room later on. It took them about 2-3 hours to get back to me. He came in the room. I say, listen, G, everything came back smooth, but what you gonna do? You GD or you essay? He said, what you mean, essay? I'm GD to death, Holmes. I'm GD to death, Holmes. So I said, I understand that, but, in prison, Hispanic people usually run with Hispanic people. You usually don't see stuff like this happening. And then, the essay word and stuff. So, it just kind of worries me that if, me and my people embrace you and then we ever have an issue one day with the Hispanic community, because there are a lot of Serrano 13s at this prison, which side are you riding with? And I don't ever want it to ever be a situation where I feel as if I don't know which side you're going to take, or it makes me question it. Because then if I have to do that, I'm not going to be able to trust you. You know what I'm saying? I'm GD to death, SA. I'm GD to death, Holmes. So I'm like, okay, shit, that right. Tito probably about 5'9", kind of more so on the chubbier side a little bit, low haircut. So, we rocking, we chilling. Joe Dirt come in the room, one of the other guys come in the room, you know what I'm saying? I could tell by when Dirt walked in, that look he gave me and looked at me and looked back at Tito. He was basically trying to ask me what's up with him? What they said, you know what I'm saying? So I told him, I said, nah, G good, he official, you know what I'm saying? So we just kicking it. I told him he grab something to eat out my box if he want to. And he did something that, it's slightly annoying. It didn't just upset me. It didn't just piss me off. But it was a little annoying, but I didn't say nothing. It was so slight, just let it ride or whatever. But he took an oatmeal pie out my box. Now, in the corner of my cell, I keep a brown paper bag, one of the paper bags that they give us in our, because at this particular prison, all the people that work administrative details, every Friday, they give you a bag full of food, just chips, soda, snacks, little snack cakes, all kind of stuff. And this is like a brown bag about that big. So I would take that, and then I'd take a small trash bag that I bring from the detail, fold the brown bag back over the trash bag. So it's like I got a trash can in there. And I got it sitting in the corner of the cell. I'm sitting there on the phone, Dirt sitting next to me. We in here about 4-5 deep, just cool. And he opened it up, and I just so happened to glance up, and I see him take the wrapper from the oatmeal pie, drop it in the toilet, and flush it. Now, niggas done flushed a little bit of everything before. But it's just kind of annoying when there's a whole trash can sitting right here in the corner of the cell. You know what I'm saying? So I just looked up at him. He acting like ain't shit. He looked right back at me, destroying the oatmeal pie. I just go back to doing what I was doing in the phone. So about 2 days later, I'm walking back from detail. So as I'm walking back from detail, I see Deputy Warden Galont standing at the gate with the maintenance man and the two maintenance orderlies. And when I was walking up, he was just turning his head over his shoulder, looking back, pushing them thick ass glasses up. He was sweating. It was hot. And the maintenance man was asking him something, but when I walked up, he was like, yeah, and I don't know why they be doing that stupid shit, and I'm going to let the warden know because I believe that some of them boys directly upstairs got going on because my shit ain't never did that. And then he looked at me, he said, Bill, your toilet messing up too? I say, shit, I don't know. It ain't been messing up. I ain't been having nothing wrong with my toilet. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, yeah, I just went in there to grab some count slips for the administrators up there, and my damn toilet all overflowing, water all on my floor. So I had to walk down there to the maintenance office myself and escort them up here. And I'm sitting here thinking like, nigga, usually when we need maintenance, we got to tell the officer, and then they fill out a maintenance request. That's something that ain't got nothing to do with us. It's something that the staff do. How the fuck you bypass that? You done went and got maintenance yourself. Like, bro, I'm telling y'all, bro, y'all think a nigga be making this shit up. Now, that's the state prison. This man has a lot of poor, bro. This nigga just told me he escorted the staff down here. He went in his room to get some count slips for the administrator. Nigga, this is police paperwork. This nigga has some pull, I'm telling you. So I'm like, yeah, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I just kind of try to be quiet around Deputy Warden Galont. So we get in there. The officer popped the booth. We get in there. Bro, as soon as we walk up, go to walking down the steps, I see water coming out my cell. But it's a lot from Deputy Warden Gallant's cell. So since our cells are so close, I'm assuming it's coming from his cell and just kind of, ran into mine. So he like, yeah, Bill, you see, your shit fucking up too, Bill. So I'm like, I don't know. So she popped the door. I go in there, bro. It's the water overflowing all out the toilet. I'm like, what the hell going on? So the maintenance down there, they getting it right. They doing whatever they doing. I think they had the snake thing, and then the maintenance even loosened up something on the back of the toilet to do whatever he did. And then, when he left, he got it right. Everything was straight, you know what I'm saying? So Tito now was pulling up pretty frequent. Y'all know Joe Dirt. He in my room every day, you know what I'm saying? Tito pull up. What's up, G? He come in my room with a honey bun. I'm like, shit, cool, and what's up, folks? You know what I'm saying? We chopping it up. And I wasn't paying his ass no attention because he was eating a honey bun in a wrapper. As he peeled it back, he's still holding the wrapper. But I didn't think about it until I heard the toilet flushing, bro. The nigga threw the honey bun wrapper in my toilet, bro, and flushed it. And I'm like, oh, hell no. After what just happened, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm slick thinking, was it that damn thing that I seen him throw in there with that oatmeal pie? You know what I'm saying? So I told him, I said, hey, G. He said, what's up, folks? I said, bro, listen, stop doing that, bro. Stop flushing stuff in my toilet, bro. That toilet is meant for you to use the bathroom, and that's it. That's why I got that thing right there. That's a trash can, bro. You feel me? Because our toilets was stopped up the other day. Maintenance had to come in here. He was like, oh, my bad, G. My bad, G. So I'm like, all right, bro. You know what I'm saying? Bro, that very next morning, early that morning, I get up. Bro, I don't know what must have been something I ate. And don't nobody try to be funny talking about it's one of them meals you cook. Because every meal I ever cooked had the gravy on that bitch. Too much gravy. Bro, I get up. I'm talking about I got the bubble guts. I jump up, run over there to the bathroom. You got to let it out. You know what I'm saying? Get myself together, flush the toilet. I stand up, go washing my hands. The shit don't flush. Toilet water go coming up all the way to the top. I'm like, oh my goodness. Had to be from that honey bun wrapper his crazy ass threw in that toilet. So I sit there for a minute while I'm getting myself together, washing my face, brushing my teeth. I'm trying to see if it's gonna, because sometimes your toilet clogged up, you just let it sit for a minute. It'll kind of go, you know what I'm saying? It'll go back down. So it don't go down after a while. I push the door open. When I push the door open to go ask the officer for a plunger, I hear Deputy Warden Galont toilet flush. Like 3 seconds after I heard his toilet flush, he say, fuck, these stupid motherfuckers. I go grab the plunger from the officer in the booth. She put it in a salad port, let me come grab it. When he heard the door pop, he stuck his head out his door And I was coming back down. He said, Bill, your toilet fucking up too? I said, hell yeah, bro. And I just used the bathroom in there, bro. He was like, and went back in his room. So I went in there. I plunged the toilet. I got the toilet, right? Came back out. He asked me to use the plunger. I gave it to him. I guess he went and got his toilet right. We leave out, go to detail. 4 hours into my shift, the officer in the booth hit the glass and do like this. So when I come over there, I'm like, yes, ma'am. She was like, Galont said he wanted to holler at you real quick. He's sitting right here on the bench. So I said, all right, bet. So I leave out the thing. I go out there to where he at. He's sitting down. I'm like, what's up, Galont? He say, yeah, it's that motherfucking new boy that you be having in your room, Bill. I said, what the hell you talking about? He said, that new boy, that Hispanic boy. And he said, Tito last name. I said, what he did? He said, I just went back down there to that dormitory, and you know them boys be in your room while you at work, right? You know they be in your room, and if they do something in your room, Bill, you know it'll fall back on you if they dealing with anything with contraband, Bill, and you know that'll fuck up your job now. Don't fuck up your job, Bill, don't fuck up your job now. So I'm like, what you say he did? I'm studying that. That man done told me that shit 100 times. I ain't studying. I'm like, what you said he did? He said, I went back down there to that dormitory because I had to drop something off. And I was finna leave till I saw one of them boys go in your room. And I went down there, Bill, to see what they was doing. And your door was cracked open. And that Hispanic boy was dropping a beef noodle and a beef noodle seasoning pack in your toilet, Bill. And I seen him flush it. I seen him and I said something to him about it. And the little motherfucker tried to get smart, but see, he don't know who he fucking with. Because I just talked to the warden about his ass about an hour ago, Bill. You need to keep them boys out your room. That's why the toilet's been fucking up. So I'm like, all right, for sure, I'm going to holler at him. I go back up to detail, you know what I'm saying? So it slightly pissed me off that Deputy Warden Galont saying he saw the nigga dropping a beef noodle pack and a seasoning pack in my toilet after I done already talked to you about this. It's starting to make me wonder, nigga, is you retarded or something? Like, is something wrong with you or, you know, but he probably just moving fast, not thinking about it, you know what I'm saying? And I be letting them stay in my room sometimes because that's what an official spot at, as far as the hiding spot for my phone. When I used to let Big Boy, Joe Dirt, Tito and them use the phone, you know, Joe Dirt knew where the spot was at, and it's real official. So I leave my door unlocked so they could do them in there throughout the day. If anything go left, Joe Dirt go put the phone up, lock my door back, you know what I'm saying? So I get back down there to the dorm, Dirt sitting on the bench. He waiting on me to get off work. So he come follow me. The door was still unlocked. He came in there, handed me the phone. He was like, you got a couple calls, G. I said, hey, you was in here, you and Tito was in here earlier? He said, yeah. I said, did he flushed some shit down my toilet? He was like, damn, G, I ain't even think to tell him. Right when I was finna tell him, Deputy Warden Galont was walking up and said some little slick shit to him, going back and forth with him. And I told him, don't be arguing with Deputy Warden Galont. He said, but we had cooked a little pocket and he had flushed the noodle packets. I was like, but G, why when there's a trash can right here? He was like, we just wasn't thinking, bro. So Tito walking around, what's up, G? What's up, G? I said, folks, why you still flushing shit down my toilet after I told you not to do that, bro? And then he looked up at Dirt. He looked at me, looked at the toilet, and said, fuck. I said, my bad, Holmes. My bad, homie. My bad, G. Man, I wasn't even thinking, G. I wasn't thinking, G. Then he go trying to talk to me about Galont. Next thing you know, the front door pop. I look out the doors, Deputy Warden Galont. He coming down the steps. He looked straight at me, and he did like this, like trying to get my attention. So I pushed the door open. I'm like, what's up, bro? He was like, yeah, and you could tell your little buddy right here, you know, like I told you earlier now. And then while he was talking, Tito was like, man, I don't want to fucking hear that shit, G. I don't want to hear that shit. You can stop talking to me and say, I'm a grown-ass fucking man, Holmes. I'm a grown fucking man, Holmes. If you want to hit, if you ain't trying to hit and say. So I'm like, hold on, G, hold on. So Deputy Warden Galont was like, you don't know who you fucking with, dude. You don't know, Bill. He don't know. You better tell him your best fucking bet to shut your motherfucking mouth. I already done talked to the warden about you now. You don't know who you fucking with. So Tito was like, the fucking warden, S.A., you on some snitching shit, S.A.? Man, what the fuck, G? Man, hell no, you gotta hit, Holmes. You gotta hit. So Tito go to trying to snatch his shirt off. So, you know, Dirt done really snatched Tito up. I'm like, hold on, Galont. I pulled the door up. I'm like, folks, listen. You ain't been down here. You don't know how this shit go. I'm like, bruh. And then I lower my voice. I said, bruh, I don't know what type of pull this man got, what type of, I just don't know, but he's plugged in with the police some type of way, and they protect him. I said, bro, it's been niggas down here dying, losing their life, and a nigga ain't touched him. Leave this man alone, bro. You know what I'm saying? So he like, man, fuck that shit, G. Motherfucker on some police shit, SA. Man, I'll beat his ass, homie. That's not smart after I just told you what I told you. Deputy Warden Galont was on the bullshit. My door swings back open. He said, you ain't got to worry about it, motherfucker. One thing you don't know, you in a real good dormitory right now. This dormitory, this motherfucking inmates on this compound been begging the warden to get down in this dorm for the past 2, 3, 4 years. But when I get back up there tomorrow morning, first thing in the motherfucking morning, one thing I'm gonna do, I bet I get your ass removed out this motherfucking dormitory. So Tito tried to break loose. You police ass motherfucker, I said. I don't give a fuck about no dorms, home. I beat your fucking ass, home. I beat your fucking ass. I make you scared of me, I say. I'm GD, I say. I beat your fucking ass, home. This nigga, Deputy Warden Galont, pushed up his glasses and said, the only motherfucking Mexican that can beat my motherfucking ass is what that boy name be? Manny Pacquiao, motherfucker. If you ain't Manny Pacquiao, you can't do nothing with me. You don't know. You don't know. So I'm like, Galont, chill out, bro. Let me, you feel me? And then Deputy Warden Galont said, nah, fuck that. I'm about to try to catch the warden, see if he's still up there right now. That man turned straight around, went back to the door. I tell Tito, I'm like, come on, step out. I gave Dirt the phone back. I said, G, put the phone up. Because you know that man finna do some police ass shit. I stepped out the room with Tito. I'm like, listen, folks, I keep telling you this. This man got pulled. He said, homie, the motherfucker bleed just like I do, SA. I said, he bleed just like we all do. But nigga, we ain't got the resources he got. Your best bet is to leave the man alone. You talk about fighting this man and all this shit. He fuck around, had them folks put you on the tier program or something. So Tito said he was gonna calm down. He said he was gonna apologize to Deputy Warden Galont when that man came back in the when he came back in the dorm or whatever. Deputy Warden of Security on the walk. Deputy Warden of Security on the walk. Bro, look at my watch. It's done at 5 o'clock. These folks usually been going home. So I don't know if Deputy Warden Galont got a secret cell phone. He don't want to call them niggas, or if he just, you know, caught them before they left or whatever. Man, you got the Deputy Warden of Security, 1 13, 1 sergeant, and Galont coming back up the walk. They came straight in the door. Me and Tito was still standing right there. Dirt had came out the room by then. My door was wide open. We was standing right there in front of my room. The Deputy Warden of Security walked right up to the thing, the little rail thing right there. And he said Tito last name. Tito was like, yes, sir. So he was like, why you keep putting shit in the toilet, man? Fucking up these guys' toilet, man. These guys got to use the bathroom. You know, they got to be presentable coming to work. Why you keep doing that, man? So he said, it was an accident, Warden. It was an accident. It was an accident. So the warden was like, hey, listen, I don't want to hear shit else out of you. I hear anything else out of you. And you know, you just got down here, man. We gave you a chance because what you been through, Tito had just went through a war. He said, we gave you a chance and a good opportunity because what you went through, you know, you got hit up pretty bad. Man, if I hear anything else out of you, I'm putting you in one of them dorms, man. Them fucked up dorms, you know what I'm saying? Man, just chill, relax. You know, Galont is a real good, you know, inmate. He's the president over this dormitory. He's the such and such. He's the dorm leader. They were saying all kind of bullshit about Galont. And he was telling them, like, all that going back and forth with Galont, you know, stop doing that, whatever the case, whatever the case. So Tito was like, yes, sir, yes, sir. So he was like, what the attitude for? Why you got the attitude? Because I'll move your motherfucking ass over there to one of them bad dorms right now. I was like, Tito, just chill, G. I said, he good, Warden. He good, sir. Woo. And then he gonna look at me and say, oh, that's one of your little homeboys, Bill. That's one of your little homeboys, Bill. What you is, Bill? Who got the most rank? Who got the most rank with that GD stuff? I said, I'm not GD. He said, Bill. Because I had the little necklace on, the 6-point star. He talking about, Bill, you think we that stupid? Deputy Warden of Security always used to try to trick a nigga up. I said, I'm a Hebrew Israelite. That's why I wear this. I ain't no damn GD. I ain't part of no gang or nothing like that. He said, okay. So he go to walking off. Man, they was right there at the door. Deputy Warden Galont stopped, talked to them. They went to whispering about some shit. I don't know what that man said. Man, that motherfucking warden turned straight around and said, hey, such and such. Called Tito last name. Tito said, yes, sir. He said, matter of fact, I don't like the way you just had an attitude when I was asking you a question. Go on, pack all your shit up. He said, come on now, I ain't got but 5 minutes before I got to go. He said, had the shit packed up in 5 minutes. I'm finna move you to D building. D building, one of the worst dorms on the compound. I'm finna move you to D building. And if you don't want to go, if it ain't packed in 5 minutes, I'm finna have my officers pack you up, take you to the hole. Come on, I got 5 minutes. And I was just like, that's crazy. That is crazy. That man got on the radio, said Tito last name, told them to get him a bed real quick and debuted. Tito went to walking off, packed up all his shit. He was walking close. By that time, Galont had already came down here to his room. He was standing there by the rail, and he got over there. He cussed Galont out in Spanish. He said some shit, pincho mayato with the patón. And then Galont said the same shit. Yo, you ain't know who you was fucking with, did you? You ain't know. Bill, you ain't tell him. I don't know why you ain't tell him, Bill. He ain't know. And then Tito gonna try to turn like saying some shit like this. Galont, Deputy Warden Galont, talking about, I already told you the only motherfucking Mexican can whip my ass is Manny Pacquiao, motherfucker. And by that time, you know, the sergeant had took him out the dorm. And it took that nigga to D building. And I think Tito was over there for like 2 days, bro. Some shit popped off with the GDs and Bloods. Tito got stabbed up. And he had just got stabbed up. That's how he got transferred and came over here. And, you know, that shit just crazy, bro. Like, even till now, I still do not I know it's something, though. It's something. Because the way they used to just cherish that man word, like he worked for them, to be honest, I think Deputy Warden Galont got something serious on the Department of Corrections, like some serious proof of some shit. And instead of them offing him, or he probably got it set up to the point where if something happened to him, it automatically gets revealed. That's probably why they ain't did nothing to him. Or, I mean, I don't know. Shit, I don't know. I'm getting confused thinking about it. But it's very serious, bro. And you know, it really happens in real life. So I just wanted to let y'all know that. Do the right thing. Stay out of trouble. It's your boy Bill. I'm gone.